reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
You're logging into your favorite game, grinding out some gear. A couple of points added to your stats, and you have a virtual beer. Max level is pretty cool, but I'll remind you here, my friend. These games are not about the goal, it's about the journey and not the end.
You're listening to MMO Reporter, brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. And by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapon with Doghouse Systems.
Don't forget about your ults you need to cherish. Each and every little character you've got, no matter what level they're at. Don't forget about your ults you need to cherish. Each and every.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of MMO Reporter. I'm Chris, and I am joined by Bill, although he's not here right now. This episode is going to be an excerpt of the stream that we did the other night while trying to beta test Gigantic. Before we get to what Bill and I talked about, though, I just want to mention that I did get a chance to play after this experience that Bill and I had, which was on the night of the launch of the open beta. The night of the launch of the open beta. And I had a better experience, although still had some of the issues that I had seen previously that are mentioned in the recording that Bill and I made. So the thing about Gigantic is that I really enjoy playing the game. I really like the mechanics of it. I like the style of the game. I like this different take on a MOBA that allows for players such as myself that are not necessarily the most Twitch friendly to have a successful and rewarding experience. Very much like what Overwatch did to the shooter and adding some MOBA mechanics to it. This is a little bit more MOBA, a little bit more lane driven and stuff like that. But it in the same way that Overwatch, for lack of a better term, simplified the mechanics, Gigantic does the same thing and does very, very well. So I'm going to switch it over now to Bill and I as we are discussing our experiences in the game. And while we're watching, and what you've been seeing so far is actually a different match that I played following this, where I'm playing as HK. So you get a chance to see some of the gameplay mechanics as Bill and I discuss our thoughts about the game. So take a look and enjoy. We've been going for, 30 minutes? 35 even? We have yet to play a match.
To be fair, we also spent 5 minutes screwing around trying to get audio settings to work for voice chat within the Xbox
Okay, so let's just say 30 minutes, right, instead of 35. And we have yet to play a match. We've gotten as far as building teams. We have gotten so far as map loading for each of the teams. Here we go.
There we go.
And we have yet to actually get into a match. And I did not have these. Now, mind you, I played solo in closed beta, but I haven't had any of the problems that I had now or earlier today when I was in closed beta. And it's so frustrating because every match that I've played I've loved, but I played for 2 and a bit hours, and the matches are maybe 15 minutes, and oh good, I'm HK. I'm ready. And I played 3 matches. Like, that's not a good use of my time. It's not worth it. If I'm waiting 5-6 minutes to get into a match, I get bored. I'm sorry. Gen X.
This is supposed to be open beta, right?
Yeah.
This is beta, right?
But
not
here,
alpha or anything weird like that.
It's open beta and no more wipes. So all the progression that we get here with our accounts counts, which gives a little bit more credence to my dislike of the particular pricing of Ruby purchases in the store.
So all 5 of us have clicked ready.
But the other team might not be ready. They're doing the same thing, right?
Well, we're also getting down to 7
If
seconds.
it gets to 0, though, it should just launch with whatever character you've got there. That's what I think it should do.
Yeah, except it
There you
didn't
go.
do that last time. It
No.
hung around building team screen for another minute before it finally
died
on us.
No, it didn't die here. It went to the next screen, and then it died.
Yeah, and then it promptly died.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're not building our team. Okay.
So we got to this screen. We were all loaded, and then the servers decided to...
win.
You do. The servers decided to vomit their guts onto the server room floor rather than launch our map.
Mm-hmm.
So, Trip, you need to watch
Trip
for.
Is having a bad time.
On their team, Trip is quick. Lord Knossos is a charge in. He's also very heavy. Charnock, okay.
I played Lord Knossos on the tutorial.
Margrave will put up a shield to block shooting at you, and HK is, like I said, he's got a mortar bomb, he's got a little bit of a sort of hand cannon, and then he's got his Gatling gun. I spec him for total turretness, so I give all my bonuses to going into that when you get the chance.
See, that's the other thing I don't like is the having to level up in... Well, that was fun.
Did you crash? Oh, fuck!
Disconnect.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay, let's not decompress, but debrief here on this. That's really stupid that we spent. Now we're up to 4 because we started at 9, and it's 9:53 now, and we haven't played a single match. And okay, 5 of that was audio settings, so that's 45 minutes of sitting on our hands watching a loading screen. I really wish that we could have gotten some gaming, because it's so much easier for us to talk about the game and say, yeah, they're having these technical issues, but stick around because the game is fun. Or they're having these technical issues, but the game's not fun anyway, so don't bother, because even if you do like a little bit of it, it's not fun enough to warrant this. And we can't even go there.
No. Yeah, it's disappointing.
So, this is beta.
It's open beta, though, too. And
and
know
no
as
wipes.
much as I do, in the last decade, the meaning of open beta has changed wildly. It used to be that open beta was still a beta test, and mostly that's not the case anymore. Open beta is... the game is done, we want to put on an event so that people can try it and demo it, and then hopefully they'll buy it.
Yeah.
And this is what... Well, this is going back to, again, I hearkening this to an Anarchy Online-like session.
Oh, yeah.
Of trying to get in and play and that kind of thing during their open beta. Except they were just as bad at launch, too, so...
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not the case here.
Which, there's no launch date yet for this game. It's just open beta. So I'm really... The fact that, from what I've been able to see, is there's no more wipes. And I'll confirm with Perfect World tomorrow and put something out about that. There's continual progression.
I was able to fix the Xbox always scrolling
to the right.
I just disabled and re-enabled the keyboard, and that seemed to...
Good.
Bring it back to life, at least for the moment. So now I can see what options I have in the Xbox app instead of just seeing what options are on the right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so I mean, to me, this is soft launch. That's what I would call this. I wouldn't call this open beta. I would call it a soft launch.
Well, if this is a soft launch, then this is a gigantic disaster.
Yeah.
Because that is awful. Or that was awful, if that's something that's supposed to approximate launch.
Yeah, and that's my words. That's not their words in any way whatsoever. It's my interpretation of what they have said.
Okay.
Right? They have not called this a soft launch. They have called it open beta. I'm just saying I consider it to be a soft launch because of the no wipe and that you can spend real money. And, you know, the minute you can spend real money, unless there's going to be a wipe and then they'll give you that currency again, like they did with Hearthstone when they wanted to test stuff, and some MMOs with that launched as free to play also had those schemes where you could buy, like in a beta, you could buy coins or currency or whatever, but then you would get like that currency and a half as an incentive to buy it so they could test out their store parts. I don't consider that a soft launch. But the minute you spend money and it's just like spending money at launch, then to me that's a type of launch. I don't know about you, what your distinction is.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about a different age now, where obviously game companies have zero compunction about taking your money, no matter what stage of the game, of game development they're in right now. Mm-hmm. That's just the way it's developed. So, it's kind of hard to get a good rage on because they're taking your money for a game that's clearly not baked. Because anyway, so that I could hold them against them, but I think it's disingenuous to say that this is a tragic, horrid behavior, when in reality it's it's closer to normal than not.
Yeah, and it's not that I think that it's bad. I just think that it's not open beta. It's soft launch.
I don't like it. As a person, I don't particularly like the notion of plunking down money on a hope. I mean, we've talked about this with Harry a million times before about pre-ordering being just about one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah. So you're going again? I did. I put myself in again when we were chatting, and what I want to see is if there's a difference between.
Oh, if you get in.
Right.
Without being in a group, and maybe that indicates that there's an issue between Xbox to PC. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a bit of a reach, but maybe it's a thing.
So here is the thing. Gigantic is really a fun game. I've enjoyed every match that I have played, even when I have died a tremendous and ungodly amount of deaths. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's very new player friendly, unlike a lot of MOBAs that are out there. So it's really, really worth it. I did check with Gigantic, and as of now, there are no plans for any more wipes. So this open beta, I really do feel, is a soft launch, and that's okay. That's just the way they're choosing to do it. The other thing that I asked them is about the prices in the store, and those are also set, and they have no plans to change those right now. There are a lot of things going for Gigantic. I hope that they can make it over these tech hurdles, because the opportunities that this game could allow for bringing more players into the MOBA-ish genre is tremendous. So I wish them all the best of luck, and look forward to more time in Gigantic just for myself, very personally. I want to thank all of you for watching, for listening to this podcast and video. I hope that you appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it. We sure appreciate you and you coming out every week and listening to the show. We hope that you come back next week, but most importantly, we hope to see you in game.
Don't forget about your ults you need to cherish. Each and every little character you've got, no matter what level they're at. Don't forget about your ults you need to cherish. Each and every little character you've got, no matter what level they're at.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOReporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOReporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.